speak, the mirror your best friend.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Magic Moments with the Mosleys.
Yes.
Hey, Bishop.
What's going on?
Coming here trying to be all naked. I'm repping today for the class of 98, just in case anybody wants to see. Today is Sunday, July 21st,
Yep.
and it's hot as hell. I mean, literally like hell.
Yeah, it's hot.
For the past couple days, I think, like 11 o'clock this morning, it said it felt like 104.
Yeah.
We've been swimming for the past 2 days.
We need it.
We need it.
Yeah.
No. And I'm a summer person. I like the heat, but this is hell.
We need it.
Listen, I'm looking forward to the break. I think later this week it's supposed to be 78, so I'm looking to be able to open the windows and let some fresh air blow.
Yeah.
Air conditioning is making me feel sick. Or was.
Are you better? Not
I'm
yet.
better.
On your way?
No, I'm better. I really feel better because past couple days I felt like my head was going to explode. But I'm better.
It's good.
What's going on with you?
Nothing much.
What we got today?
What we got today?
We want to talk about social media. That's what we come to you today.
Yeah, the influence of social media in a relationship.
The influence of social media in a relationship. So this topic came about because it's one that we talk about often, especially because you see so much conflict from couples or people in relationships who have tiffs because of what's on social media. The other day, I told you I came across a post where someone had posed the question, do you feel a certain way if your significant other or whoever you're in a relationship with is liking or loving pictures or posts on social media? There were a lot of good comments. Some people agreed that they felt it was a form of disrespect. Others just felt that it's social media, so why put so much effort or energy into what someone is doing on social media? So here we are today. We thought it was going to be a good topic, so it looks like Bishop has a couple questions that he wrote down of bullet points that he wishes to discuss. So let's get into it.
All right. So my first one what's the point of having a joint social media page?
I'm not accepting your friend requests if you have a joint social media page.
So I'm asking you, what's the point of having it? What do you think their point of having it, and do you think that it keeps a relationship healthy?
I've had people, I'll say this, I won't accept anyone new, and I'll say that because I've had people or have people who currently share social media pages with their spouse or whoever they're in a relationship with. But I feel that there was some sort of distrust that led to wanting to have a page. But I feel like, to me, it's just social media. Everyone has a sense of their own individuality, their own sense of independence or a sense of who they are. I don't want to intrude on your personal space. And I feel like it's a level of trust that you must have within your relationship in order for you to not have any inclination that someone is doing something outside of what they should be doing on social media. Speaking personally, you are a businessman. You run a business. You interact with your clients through your Facebook page. Even personal friends. People reach out to you. They're sharing things with you on a personal aspect of things that they want you to pray for them. Things that are occurring, like that they've encountered in their life, but that's not my business. And I feel like I trust you enough that you are able to manage your social media well. I know that people will potentially reach out to you and try to holler at you in your inbox, but I feel like you're strong enough in the person that you are and what I mean to you and how you don't want to put me in any type of situation or want me to feel any type of way. You have a habit of correcting people and putting people in their place. Everyone should do that. And everyone should be able to trust their other to do the same thing. And I feel joint pages is when you don't have that comfortability or that sense of security or that sense of knowing where you stand in your relationship, so you don't have to force that or do
I
that.
think it all comes down to you lose your identity.
Your sense of identity.
Yeah,
I agree.
Sure.
But I feel like you have to be a fake though, or a fraud, because you
not even that. I mean, I'm saying that in the sense of,
can you truly be you?
you, and then you have to figure out which one you're talking to.
Yeah, so
or
I'm not
then
talking to
like
you.
hashtag or they
No.
this is such and such speaking.
Identifying who you are.
Like I feel you don't get to learn the individual. You know what I mean? Like there's things I might want to just share with the boyfriend or the husband. Like I don't feel like, why would I even interact with you if I send you something that might just be for you?
Yeah,
that
like I talk.
your wife is getting too.
Like
Like
girl
it don't
talk.
even. It's just having that individuality.
Do you as a male feel that you want to know everything?
Listen, I wouldn't even as a man. I wouldn't even be comfortable. Like, why do we have to share that? I am my own. Like, I might want to post 20 things. Now your phone's going off. Or then I know the
notifications.
Listen,
Stuff.
I even think the conversation you think when you go in there, and it's all this stuff in the newsfeed because you might be more active on there than me.
Listen, I'm not sharing a Facebook page with you.
I'm just saying, just look at all the things that will come in and just the conversations.
I think it's like a sense of being controlling too.
No matter on whose part,
on
because it could be
part.
whoever, because it was someone's idea and somebody else complied with it. It wasn't like they both just came up with it and said, "Oh yeah, let's just get a joint page together." Someone was against it. Someone had to. That's just not something, because you lose your individuality.
What if it was like an ultimatum?
They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it because then they'll dumb it down to, oh, it's just social media. That don't really matter. It's not that important. But it's not going to just be there. It's going to trickle over into other things.
I just feel like and I agree. I certainly agree. It does, because it's not just. It doesn't just stay within social media.
Yeah.
It goes into checking someone's phone, and I don't have a lock on my phone. You're welcome to pick up my phone, answer my phone, or what have you. But I feel like you have a sense of security, and I do as well, where I don't have to check your phone. I don't have to go behind you, even on social media, since that's the topic, and see what you're liking,
I don't got time
what you're
for that.
scrolling through. I don't have time.
I would hope you wouldn't. I would hope that ain't even. Listen, man.
I don't either.
It is.
I feel like we. It was a good comment. It was Mocha Mama Kiana who left a comment, and I completely agreed. I believe too much effort is put into what you're liking, who's loving, whatever the case may, whatever emojis or hearts you're using. We as a people over-sexualize everything. Just because you put a heart, like what?
Yeah.
People were bothered by that. And again, a lot of the comments that were left on the post that I was reading, and I had also left a comment on, but the trail, a lot of people within that trail of comments were saying that it's a form of disrespect. What would you feel like? Please tell me why you feel it's a form of disrespect if someone left a heart. Like, what does it mean?
I think truly, and I can say this, what they're in is not that serious.
Meaning the relationship,
yeah, because
partnership.
When it's serious and you have established something, you won't need that. That's not going to matter. Like, if you know that person and you know that the heart means kindness, like that's the highest praise I feel that you give someone on a picture. Like, now me, I'm not going to heart somebody's like, depending the caption, depending how they're dressed. I'm not going to put a heart under someone in a thong picture or some type of picture. I'm not going to do that. Like, only reason I'm not going to do that is because I know with that type of person, when they post that type of thing, that's the reaction they expect. You see what I'm saying? Like, now I see it, I acknowledge it. I'm not gonna act like I see it. That's nothing. Like, but I'm not gonna go under there, yo.
Trying to holler at somebody.
It ain't even hollering. Just on there like, yo, you're doing this. Oh, that's crazy.
But I've seen some married people who do interact in that way.
In that manner. So I feel that that's where the problem comes in. If the person is like that, then that's a whole nother story. Like, everyone knows what you're going through, so I still wouldn't even check because everyone sees it. So why even put yourself through that energy? You know what I mean? That's just another story. But it is, that type of stuff is disrespectful. Like
so there is a
there is
now, like a crossing the line,
right? So I look at it like, for a person to feel that way, that means that their significant other or their whatever they are, they must do that. Because what other reason would you feel that you would know what he commented on, where he left it at, if you took the time to follow a trail? If you gotta follow a trail of, did he comment on this? What you gonna do? Get his phone and look through all the things he commented on?
But I feel like if you, like, why are you with a person then if you feel a certain type of way about them doing or acting or reacting
That's
in
why
a certain manner?
Yeah, that's why I said how real is the relationship? Because I feel for anything to strive and have peace, this can't even be an issue.
Yeah. It's social media.
You know what I mean? So it should go without saying. I read some of the comments. I just was sitting there like,
oh, you saw that?
Yeah, because I said they must know they man. That's what I get from that. You know what he does. Nah, he
so
must,
that's what I'm saying.
He must do something.
So, but why are you willing to put up with that then?
Because they're gonna be by themselves.
Okay.
They gonna be like. Yeah.
So you rather be in a.
Yeah, because they're already nosy. See, nosy people, like, that's part of their... Yeah, when you like that, like, who got time to check phones? Who has time?
I didn't even know that there was an option, like, on certain social media platforms where you could check to see who's liking what.
Yeah, that's, like...
Listen,
I heard people say, I went through and seen why did such and such, like, hold on, there's 300 people that like that.
Yeah, but
how
just
did you
because
go through there and find that person like that? I seen that. I know someone like.
But isn't this the purpose of social media though? Is just to, like, let's just say Instagram. Instagram is just full of pictures. Aren't you supposed to like the pictures, or are you just supposed to scroll through and it gives you an option to like it or not?
It's like dating in the world without, because now because stuff do happen. Just
because you look.
Listen, guys use social media and they try to. There's a lot of guys that what's it called, passive aggressive like type of situation. Like, so they know, you see it. So it's like
a thirst trap. You're trying to say?
Yeah, and then they be on every girl's post. Like, I see people in relationships where their man's on every girl's post. So like that stuff like that is evident. So when I see people that say, "Oh yeah, nah, he ain't allowed to," that's because you've seen him comment, and it has to be. It has to be.
Yeah, but was it in a disrespectful manner though, or you're? Because I know people, and again I read just from other people's comment, like, my man's not allowed to like anybody's picture. Yeah, he better like it in his mind.
Yeah, because that be the guys that got the fake page with the fake glow. But it'd be they be having 2 pages.
So I'm glad that you said that, because I feel like if a person has to be sneaky in their way, then it only makes them be more clever in their approach, and to be even more sneakier. Is that a word?
Yeah, I just want to say something real quick. I feel that interject. As a man, seeing someone of the opposite sex and seeing a picture that is a nice looking picture, you take away, like, it's okay to acknowledge. You can hit the like button. you can hit the like button.
That doesn't.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, like, if they're in a nice outfit, like, it don't even got to be sexual.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We sexualize things.
You should be able to, as a man, hit the like button
just
or say you look nice.
Yeah, without someone taking.
That's what a man does. Admire the opposite. Now, if I can't do that without you thinking that I want her because I said she looks nice, something's wrong.
Something's wrong. There's an insecurity.
Something's wrong. I'm not going to take away what makes you being a woman. Ain't no way you cannot look on watching NBA and not think, oh, he looks nice.
Yeah.
He's a nice looking man.
Yeah.
Like,
that doesn't bother me.
So it is. I think you take away, and we make this. Like, if your mind, you were sitting there, oh man, I just gotta have that, I gotta do, then that becomes a whole other problem. Yeah. I think something seriously, because you have to put energy into feeling that deeply about a picture, or make you want to holler. And like, cause I mean, they be like, oh, I posted this, everybody jumped in my inbox. You post stuff like that all the time. So why like, everyone always says that after them type of pictures. I really don't think it'd be like that. Like,
Like people in
every time I post this, now all these people in my inbox.
I just feel like it's social media. Like we are intended to socialize with each other. It's intended for you to engage with one another. Personally, like my love button is my like button. I love everything. It don't matter what it is.
So what do you feel is like? Is there like a level of disrespect?
I do feel like, I wouldn't say a level of disrespect, but I feel like there's some boundaries can be crossed. And I've seen, like, let's just say, I've seen a few, and it wasn't women, and so, but not to just pinpoint men, because I'm sure women do the same, but I've seen a few married men comment on people's stuff, and it's all in the context, the contents or context of what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Now, again, it could just be a misconception on my part, or how I'm perceiving a thing, and maybe they didn't mean anything by it, but I do feel like there are boundaries that shouldn't be crossed. For me personally, I just know that you know what those boundaries are, so I don't feel like I have to lay them on the table or put them in writing.
What can I do so I know if I thought of doing something? What can I?
I don't know. You tell me. What do you feel would be crossing the line?
Oh man.
What do you feel is crossing the line?
What I feel is crossing the line it's something just outright sexual, like
yeah. So I've seen like innuendos.
It's all in the context of what you post. Like I could see someone, they could be in a bathing suit or they could be whatever. It don't even.
Yeah, but they can look nice.
Right. Now, if it ain't no open vaginas and like titties, nipples out, and like I feel, I don't know, man.
But for us, and we've addressed this before, like there's certain times like you might even see a post, but I'll see something and I'll screenshot it and I'll forward it to you.
Like I wouldn't comment on that. Like certain stuff that's of a certain nature, I don't comment on.
And I know you don't, but I know that we still share it amongst each other because I know I'm comfortable enough with you that it's not going to lead to anything. You're not going to be secretly inboxing or messaging someone about something. But I feel comfortable enough with you that I can share, even if it's a naked woman. Like I don't care. Right. To me, you're still a man. Like so, if I know it's something that you like, then I'm going to send it to you. I personally do not find that as a form of disrespect.
That's why I'm just like perfect.
I just feel like it's just we're just comfortable with each other. And then again, vice versa. You send me stuff too. Yeah. So it's not just a one part thing. We are comfortable with each other that
we're for each other. Like there's that's what I say about the realness of a relationship. You want to be able to have all this type of conversation we're even having.
Yeah, and not be uncomfortable in it. Or not lead to anything.
It shouldn't be. I would never want you to have to get on there and say, why these hoes in my husband's inbox?
I hate it.
You should know me enough that you don't even got to acknowledge them that we even know they in there.
That's disturbing to me.
So, like, I feel
like, I read his messages. I got them. I know that.
Come on, that shouldn't even be, because they should already know. I can't even jump in that man's inbox. That man ain't even he don't even play that. Like, you should already know he's not into that.
I just shake my
head. He's loyal to what he do, so I feel, and who he is, and he's loyal to his lady, so they should know that. Trust me, people know if it's something like it ain't even worth trying. You see what I'm saying? You don't even want the drama.
I mean, that might be for the majority of people, but I feel like there's some stragglers that come along only again because hashtags, so your picture can end up anywhere, or someone can screenshot it and share. I mean, because you do a lot of fitness and stuff like that, so your picture can end up anywhere. So, and then I believe your pages are open though, so a new person will come along, and then of course they'll try it. But I like that doesn't bother me because and again, I don't check his inbox. I don't know nothing about his phone, but I know that I am comfortable within myself. And also within my relationship and what I have with you, that if they did, then they ain't gonna get too far. But
and that's what should be established in every relationship.
It should, and each party should feel that.
I don't even have.
And I don't even feel like, let's just say, I don't have to tell you.
Yeah, I feel good about that. I feel good that I don't think about you messing with. That is that is a joy for me that I don't have to think about that.
I'm glad.
I don't have to worry about that.
But I feel like I don't have to. You made me lose my train of thought. Like I don't have to disclose to you who may have been in my inbox or you.
Yeah.
I mean, but even if I choose to, like you're accepting of that, or vice versa. But I know, like whoever tries, you stop them there.
Yeah. Even if you told me somebody tried to like, oh, he's a bull. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like you feel
was inboxing my wife. Don't be inboxing my wife. I'm not confronting. Listen, I don't have to. I know, like, even if they try, like, I don't care. Like, I'm like, I don't have time, energy for that.
I just feel like as a society, we as a people just put way too much. We are a very sensitive generation. Everything bothers us. Everything is taken out of context. Everything is turned into like a mountain out of a molehill.
Because the thumbs up ain't hurt nobody. It ain't hurt nobody. If that thing's a thumbs up, it's a thumbs up. It's a thumbs up. I wouldn't even know how to be. Listen, you better grow up. That's a thumbs up. You see it's a thumbs up. You come on like it too.
It's always an argument about why was you liking her stuff.
Yeah, no.
Why was you looking
at
her
you
pictures?
Come like it too. You know what I mean? You can come like it too. Come like it too. You know what I mean?
What else?
If you
what
like,
questions
if you like a man's picture and he dressed nice or something like that, he's like, look sharp. They crazy. All right. So
you give me your first question.
I gave you that. We already talked about it.
Okay. Chime in though. Give us your feedback on how you feel about this social media thing.
So, on your scale, how strong is a relationship that's concerned with that?
Not at all. Not at all. I feel like you're putting too much effort and energy into something that's not of any importance.
See, and nowadays,
and again, it's like
you can't look at healthy as numbers because people been together for the longest in the craziest relationships.
I feel
craziest.
Like you have to figure out there has to be like an underlying issue, some type of issue of insecurity that has to be addressed. Like, why do you feel a certain way because someone is doing a said thing? What is it within you that you feel that way? But again, self-love, confidence is a good thing. You gotta be confident in yourself to know that, look, I don't know, I can't explain it, I can't put it into words. I'm not even sure how to help anyone else get past their insecurities, but it is within self, something within self that has to be. If you're in a relationship, I'll say, that isn't strong, or you feel that your mate, your significant other, is doing something out of character, like, you should be able to correct that. Like, you should be able to approach them, and then between the two of you rectify the issue. But another question would be, like, why do you continue to stay with someone if you feel that way? Someone will have to explain that to me. Why are you in that type of relationship where there's distrust?
Because it's comfortability. Some people
we're getting too old for.
Some people don't. For
comfortability.
I don't think they grow out of the chaos.
We're getting too old for us to be in relationships where you're just
has no age.
Conforming to things.
Chaos has no age, and then you look at it doesn't.
That's a good statement. Chaos has.
It doesn't. It don't have no age, and it's crazy because I really see. It has to be an adjustment, and social media is not getting. No, and then since that's a issue, now that this is an issue, what strength? People ain't gonna make it past that. They're not gonna make it past social media art.
Social media is only going to be more and more.
It's gonna get worse. So
it is. It has over the past few years. Because remember, we only had before there was Black Planet, and where people can interact, Twitter, MySpace.
You have to. You can use social media as being social.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
You can do. It can be used as a platform.
Yes, it can be used as being social, even meeting people, and you know, and you meet
expanding businesses and everything.
And not even that, you might meet somebody. Hey, maybe like, hey, like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, oh, but if they ain't with nobody, you ain't with nobody, then I feel
Then
rock
go
out.
for
I
it,
feel,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So it's to the people that are in relationships. It's all in the strength of the person, because social media is testy. There's some people that be like, look, I want that person, and they just try, like they just don't care.
I have a question. Is it up to, like, let's just say if I felt a certain way about you doing something on social media, is it your job to make me feel more comfortable?
Yeah, I have to be able to.
Or would it be
Now,
something, I said...
I respect that question. If it affects me business-wise, you can say whatever you want. You won't be mad.
Really?
If it's something with business, if it's something that I know is not hurting you, but it's profiting us,
You can't say that.
Why ain't I? I'm just gonna say because.
I mean, not that I don't feel that way, but you can't say that.
Yes. It depends what it is.
You just be like, suck it up.
But because some people might come.
Okay, well, let's take us off the table then.
Yeah, you can't use it.
What about what about someone else though? Would it be up to the other person to make their mate feel more comfortable, or is it a self thing, just like self-esteem? Like you can't.
I think you gotta. That's why I said if you gotta see now. If it's something that's just crazy and you're just being overreactive, like come on, like. But I feel make the adjustment. Because I know it's going to be something, and it's not a tit for tat thing, but it's a growth thing. So now I'm doing something that you want of me. It's going to be something that I need of you to do. So it's going to be in the same.
I'm going to come back full circle.
You know what I mean? All right, there we are.
What about outside of social media? Like, let's say if you're out in public, do you mind if, like, yours? Well, I guess I have to ask in a sense. Do you mind, like, if you, not engage, but even engage? Because I've seen people with the opposite sex.
Like, you mean like say hey or hi?
Yeah. Or if somebody's walking down the street and you see somebody.
I always speak to the guy first, and then I speak to the woman. That's just what I do. I feel just in case if he is that type of guy, you know what I mean? Because I'm not going to not speak to her if I know her. I'm gonna still say what up, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm say, oh, what, you know what I mean? I'm gonna speak to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I do. So, but yeah, I don't feel it should be an issue. Like I know you know people. Yeah, I'm not going.
I've been in some relationships where that bothered people.
Man, listen, plus I think that stuff
it's
needed
it's being
to stay
secure.
on your game. You gotta be on your game. Like you gotta be on your game. You need that energy to be on your game.
What do you mean?
You gotta be on your game. I need nice looking dudes to come up. Hey, how you doing? Hey, sis, people you know. Yeah, I'm on my game. Y'all see, that's my lady. You know what I mean? That's my lady. I don't gotta say nothing to her, but they know.
But I asked that question only because, and again, you hear other men are not allowed to look at other women out in public. Like, how do you address that? Because I just say, like, he's still a man.
I think that comes from taking away from the man's
being a man,
his fullness. You know what I mean? You out there,
like pretending like you didn't see nothing. Looking all awkward.
Now,
That's how you look.
You gotta be.
You look awkward.
Yeah, so I look at it like
trying to act like you ain't catch it.
I feel even in the sense, I'm gonna use me. Even though I know you wouldn't care, I see everything. If you wouldn't think that I don't see everything, I'm I watch my surroundings, period. So I see everything. So I look at it like, what's the point of not being able to look at something? It's all in how you react to it. Like that comes to that's part of who we are. Like I read somewhere, like that's the stuff you take in as a man that gives you drive and motivation in life is the woman. Like I truly believe when I read that, can't no man say that's not what makes him be his best. Yes. You know what I mean? So now we ain't gonna get into that, all women knowing their power, to knowing like you can force them, you can have a man do his best. If I'm telling you, you gotta yield. Like they be so come and make him earn, make him work. He'd do it. That's our nature. So when you see another pretty woman and stuff like that, that just gives you something as a man. It doesn't really react. It just goes both ways. You got to embrace that as a woman. I'm not like that's. It doesn't.
It bothers some people though.
That's what you're supposed to do as a human, as the sex. Like, you don't mean you gotta go lust. Oh my God, I'm eat her butt. But like,
of all things.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's like just looking like.
I just feel it honestly, to me, it just leads back to one thing: just your trust level, your level of.
I even smile and say hi. Hi, how you doing? Yes, how you doing? I don't mean I want you, but how you doing? You nice looking lady. I see the ladies older than me. Yeah, if I see women in their 50s and stuff like that, they look good. You look very good for your age. I don't listen, man. I'm not like it's a difference when it's something. I don't know. It's just I can't.
You can't explain it.
Yeah,
I can't explain it.
But that's what separates great relationships. You know what I mean? That's what separates people having relationships in their fullness. There's a power when it's an understanding where you don't have all that.
You took the words out of my mouth.
You don't have to worry about that.
There's a power. There is.
That's the separation of great relationships, because you know within all the things you live life to its fullest and all of what it means, and still stay loyal and true to what it is that you're supposed to be true to. That's the separation.
I agree.
You know what I mean? That's the separation.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Some things you miss out on because I made my choice.
You miss. Okay, so that being said, I feel like if you don't have that level of comfortability with your significant other where you could point out a thing or laugh about a thing, right, joke about a thing, or even discuss a thing, like I feel like you're not operating to your fullness. Right. You're missing out on a certain level that you wanna reach. Yeah. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to miss out.
Yeah,
I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to just be you.
You allow that.
You.
You allow that.
It's so much energy, so much energy being burned trying to pretend to be somebody that you're not.
What I like is I didn't, not right away because of the relationships you have been in, but I had to, because when you used to be like, I'm going such and such, I'm like, okay.
You going where?
When you be like, you going somewhere, I'm talking about when we first started, and because you normally go somewhere and then he'll show up there or something like that. Like,
oh.
Yeah, so like when you seen like.
No, you just co-parenting.
Yeah, that.
You gotta fix what's in you.
Yeah. So, but if you didn't make it after all you've been through hard to trust me. You recognize that. So I definitely, I think that's important.
It is.
So that's why I always say if that is part of the situation, then that means that someone is not to be trusted. Someone's not to be trusted.
Whatever the case, just don't send me no friend request, because it's not happening. I'm not getting on anybody's, or you're not getting on my page, and I'm not engaging if you feel that you have to have a shared page with your spouse or your significant other. I feel like it could even be an invasion of privacy, not on their part, but again, like you said, let's just say you have a guys group, or like girls, we have like a thread of text messages that we share amongst each other. I mean, and there's nothing in it. We're just making arrangements or trying to figure out who's doing what this weekend or what have you. But let's just say somebody just posts something to the, like, that's not for you. So why? That's not for you.
I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care if it was cocks flying around.
I know, but I'm just saying. But I just feel like that's not for you.
I'm just saying I wouldn't care. Yeah, that's not my thread. Like, that's not my. Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's not for you.
You can go on sites and see it. Like,
but what if someone's confiding in you about something? Like, again, that's not for.
Yeah.
For you, I feel like it's complete invasion of privacy.
We have to, like in our my brothers and we have to
put people out.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Your lady reading her, get out.
That ain't for you.
He was not gang. Get out of here. You wanted in here reading and then going back posting about us. Get out of here.
That's not for you. Everything is not for you. It's not. I'm not engaged neither, and you're right. I'm kicking you.
Yeah.
You were
They
disowned.
might post a big booty in the morning. Wake up, brother. I'm up.
And you know what you do? Forward it right to me.
Yeah, I'm like, look,
I don't know. I wish everyone could just get to the level of comfortability where they could do that. Because again, I feel like you're missing out on like really engaging with your other if you can't share everything with them.
and it's healthy for you. That's a healthy part of life that you don't have to worry about trusting the person that you instill everything to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That all goes together.
What else you got? Any other questions on your page?
That was it.
Oh, well, we just summed it up then.
Yeah.
Live a little. It's okay to like, love, smiley face, whatever the case may be. Otherwise, get off of social media. You making it bad for the rest of us.
Yeah.
We don't like y'all. And you know I will block people
Yeah.
for the simplest
I
of
don't even
things.
comment. I'm not gonna say who am I talking to.
You're not even on my
Is
page.
this Tom or Jerry?
Damn it.
Like, who is it? Which one is it?
Damn
Like,
it.
I don't got time for that.
Damn it.
They'd be like, it's my birthday. Okay, which one? Whose birthday? I gotta wait for them to post a selfie so then I can say, oh, it's that person's birthday.
Nope.
Like, yeah, it just, I
Nope.
feel like you can't engage. Like, I want to be able to, even if it's on a post or something, I want to be able to talk man with you and not how you want. If she come in and join the conversation,
Yeah.
that's one thing. But I'm talking to you. I don't,
Yeah.
You be sitting there.
That's
Now
why I
you're
said
talking to
everything
two
for
people.
you.
You're talking to two people. Like, well, I was talking to you. Now the lady done jumped in the conversation.
He gave her 2 cents
Like,
and
I'm
she
talking to
went,
you. Like, that's why I don't even bother. I had that happen. I had that, and ever since that with this couple, I never ever commented on people that share joint pages because I said. I was talking to him, and she just started chiming in and putting a little hash with her name. I'm not even. I just would be like, I'm not even talking to you.
I'm not seeing that.
So I should be able to talk to
that would
without
be
your
good.
woman jumping in. So I'm like, yo, you're at the separate places and both of your phones is just going off. And then she's in the conversation, but somebody's talking to you.
Yeah, no.
Like, bro, I'm talking to you. And then you got, and if you share a page, you got the woman
Address
that's going
those
to come in there.
insecurities. Address,
She's going to comment.
address your insecurities.
She's going to comment
It
because
is
you ain't allowed to
something
talk for yourself.
that is deeply rooted and that you need
Yeah.
to fix the issue.
Yeah, I don't comment. Nope. I don't comment. I don't conversate. Like, I got people I love to share pages, but I just be like,
You skip over stuff.
I hit the line, but I don't engage in conversations because I just ain't. I was just over it. So,
Fix the issues or break up.
they gonna stay together.
No need to be. Well, listen, whatever floats your boat, but you won't be on my social media.
Rough.
Listen, you know I will block everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody
She
and
blocked
their
me.
grandma.
She blocked me.
Him too.
She did. She blocked me. Told her I ain't coming back next time. I held out for a little bit.
He don't even believe
I held
himself.
out long for this time. I'm not being here for no more. She
Listen.
hit and blocked me.
It ain't safe. It ain't safe. Ain't nobody safe.
But we appreciate y'all.
We appreciate y'all. Hopefully y'all staying hydrated and staying cool.
Yeah. Roger that.
Y'all got AC.
Roger that.
Check on your friends who don't. Maybe your elderly neighbors.
Better not be in the car without no AC.
Jalen don't got AC.
Well, at least he's young.
He can handle it.
But if you found somebody slumped over there.
Listen. And he probably drinking Mountain Dew. If y'all see him, just tell him drink some water.
Alright.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.